Hi, I need to preempt this episode with a bit of an apology. See, this microphone has touch-sensitive buttons, and in the 1,600 videos that I've filmed before this, I've never had a problem with it. But for whatever reason, I accidentally cranked out my microphone, and my main audio track was completely useless, so I had to rely on the two camera microphones that I was filming with for the audio, which is never the best solution. However, I tweaked it. It's not terrible, and I'm really proud of this episode. I didn't want to just throw it away, and I didn't want to film a second fake episode just to make up for it. So I'm standing by it. I hope you love it. I think it's worth checking out.
I hope you're ready for the greatest cracker jack off of your life. Greetings and welcome back to another jacktastic episode of the Vodkast. I'm your host, as always, Caramel Carl. With us today is Cracker Jack and Cracker Jill. Look at that, Cracker Jill. Where did you come from, Cracker Jill? Because I grew up on Cracker Jack. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day, they came in boxes. Sometimes you could get them in it's either a 3 or a 5 pack, and they were bound by this sticker, and you had to rip them apart, and that sticker was strong, so you should have cut it. And then you get into the Cracker Jacks, you pop open the top, you go right for you pop, get down to the bottom, grab your significant prize, too. It was never nothing like it is today, where it's like, here's a sticker, here's a tattoo. I guess, times change, and a lot of kids probably choked on those little plastic things that they were putting in the Cracker Jacks, but nonetheless, I appreciated it when I was a kid, that I had something along with my delicious snacky treat. And then along comes Cracker Jill. Where and when did Cracker Jill suddenly appear? I don't know if this is something that's been around forever, and I'm just being incredibly sexist and blind to the fact that Cracker Jill has always existed, but I don't remember ever seeing this as a kid, and it stood out to me the first time I saw her at the store. It was several months ago at this point, but I was like, whoa, Cracker Jill. What's going on here? So I picked it up. I thought we'd do a side-by-side and we'd see which one is truly better. Is it the Cracker Jack or the Cracker Jill? For starters, there is certainly a prize inside this one. Is there a prize inside this one? Because if there's not, you've already lost this competition. Celebrating women in sports, FIFA Women's World Cup. Prize inside. Okay, we'll start with the Cracker Jack, which is a much larger bag than you're getting from this chintzy little bag of Cracker Jill. I don't know how much I paid for either of these, completely honest. I got this one at Walmart a few days ago, and I think it was like $3, $4, something like that, around that price range. And I don't remember where I found Cracker Jill or how much I paid. I think it was at Food Lion. I was at the register, and I was like, shit, I've been wanting to do a Cracker Jack off for a real long time, and this gives me all the reason to do it. So I can figure out how to open this. Okay. I hope this has got some kind of resealable thing on it, because, that is not cooperating at all. All right, give me a second here. Hold on. Don't do this at home, kids. I don't know what I'm doing here. I am having a hard time. I'm having a real hard time right now. Okay, fed up. You just lost a point because your bag sucks, Cracker Jack. Ah, yes, good old Cracker Jack. I've never been a big fan of the nuts that come inside the Cracker Jack, especially when they get attached, but I will try one because I'm pretty sure Cracker Jill... Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. That's a huge epiphany right there. Cracker Jill's not going to have any nuts, is it? Cracker Jill's not going to have any nuts, but Cracker Jack has nuts. That's what... I just got it. I got it, Cracker Jack. You're brilliant. You're genius. Cracker Jack down the hatch. Man, I wasn't really paying attention to eating that because I just figured, it's Cracker Jack. I remember Cracker Jacks. That is a really nostalgic flavor. Nothing has ever changed about the formula as far as I know. I don't know if they ever use sugar or high fructose corn syrup. I'm not going to even get into the ingredients because it tastes exactly like I remember it when I was a kid. I can go see good old Captain Cracker Jack down by the docks, and I know exactly what he's going to taste like. Cracker Jill, on the other hand, I have noticed there are most certainly nuts on this package, so what is going on here? Maybe, oh God, you know what? I'm going to stop there before I say something I'm definitely going to regret. And not mean, by the way. Cracker Jill, you just got an extra point because your bag was easy to get into. Girl, you are so easy. Huh. Feel like a lot. No, they're definitely lighter. Yeah. Okay, so in my right hand, which is this hand, is Cracker Jack's. In my left hand is Cracker Jill. You see that? Look at that. That is so much significantly lighter. I wasn't expecting that. Is Cracker Jill toffee versus the Cracker Jack, which is caramel? This hold on, I gotta try this now. Here we go. Cracker Jill in my mouth. It appears as though the wool has been pulled over my eyes, folks, because the ingredients are identical. I don't know why one is lighter than the other one. I thought maybe it was their version of, like, I don't know, like Fiddle Faddle or Crunch and Munch, how they have a buttery toffee as well as a caramel version. I thought, oh, that's it. That's what they did. They got rid of the nuts, because sex, and then they made it their butter toffee. But they taste the same. The recipe's the same. So, I mean, as far as score goes, I like the original a little bit better just based on the color. It reminds me of that dark kind of browns and oranges and yellows that are kind of all over the Cracker Jack. As far as Cracker Jack goes, I'm going to give that a 9. I love it. It's such a cool little snacky treat. It's something that I'm not used to. I don't have a lot of that very often. I don't even have a lot of popcorn very often, but popcorn is obviously something very different, where it's salty and buttery unless you're getting a flavored popcorn. And this is just a nice caramel coating on top of it, almost overdone in spots, which adds to that awesome sweetness. Cracker Jill, just as good. It was a little lighter, and I don't know why, but that sends me off. It puts me off. I don't know what it is, why that, just the coloration. It could be, too, that the coating, I did notice that it did taste a little bit more Cracker Jacky than this one did. And I think maybe just, I mean, look at this as an example. Just a random, oh, wait a minute, is that Cracker? Yeah, that's a Cracker Jack. If you look at a random Cracker Jill, like, I swear I could pull any of them out of the package, and they're just not as coated as much. I don't know what it is. But the motherfucking saga continues. This isn't over. I got something down here. I got quite a few things down here. We got us some Fiddle Faddle. We done got ourselves some Crunch and Munch. And a newcomer to the table of caramel popcorn, Werther's. What the hell? Werther's are my favorite caramels of all time. If you've never had a Werther's before, you should go out and get yourself a package of Werther's. Just suck on it. Just suck it. So good. It's so sweet and it's so nice, and I just love it in my mouth. So we're going to add that into the mix, see how that scores. But for now, we're going to start with the cheapest. This would have been cheap as well, but unfortunately I had to go to Walmart for it. This was $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So Fiddle Faddle, so Fiddle Faddle is inside of a bag, inside of a box. Whereas Cracker Jacks are just inside of a bag. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I do miss the traditional little boxes that you opened up, but I can accept it. It's fine. Times change. Fiddle Faddle. Here we go. As expected, I smell a little bit of a smell there. And by the way, if you haven't noticed yet, I did leave the buttery toffee versions of all of these off of here. All I wanted to do is cover the basic staples. If you're going to do a Cracker Jack off, you got to at least bring all the competition to the table. So let's try this. I'll let you guys take a look at this. The one thing I've noticed, especially about Crunch and Munch, not so much, well, I didn't know about this Fiddle Faddle guy over here, but you get a lot of clumping. I don't know if it's the machine they use are a little bit different than the ones that Cracker Jack uses. Not that Cracker Jack doesn't do that either, but I just want to try one. So here we go. For being the cheapest one, that's got a really good flavor. It's not close to this at all. I mean, it's obviously it's caramel, so it kind of tastes the same, but it's a different experience altogether. I don't hate it. We'll score all the ones that I haven't scored yet at the end and see if anybody can rival the number 9, Cracker Jack. Okay, Crunch and Munch followed suit as Fiddle Faddle with a bag inside of a box. Naughty, naughty, bad, bad. Look at that. Look what happened to the bag when I did that. It didn't happen like that on the Fiddle Faddle. The cheapest one, the packaging was actually stronger than the packaging on the Crunch and Munch. I have had the buttery toffee Crunch and Munch. I'm just going to let that fall down. Very recently, and it's good. It's real good. But I have not had the caramel one in many years, so here we go. This is Crunch and Munch, caramel, down the hatch. These two, the Fiddle Faddle and the Crunch and Munch, live in the same universe together. It's a similar flavor. I would say the Crunch and Munch tastes a little bit better, and there's a lot more flavor to it. However, it's really close with the two of them. as far as flavor is concerned. They're more comparable, I would say, to the Cracker Jill, which didn't have as much flavor, and nothing like the Cracker Jack, which has its own flavor. So finally, we're going to bring Werther's Original Caramel Popcorn to the table. I can't imagine this being bad. None of these have been bad. You can spend $2.99 or $3.99, I can't remember how much I paid, all the way down to $1.25, and you're going to walk away with an experience you're happy with. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not shitting on anyone. Not even for the right price. That's gross. I mean, if you're into that, then go for it, but I'm just... Okay, no smell on the package. It could be because I've been very sick for the last 3 days. Still not feeling great. This is definitely more comparable color-wise. Let me grab a few of these and stack them up against the Cracker Jack, our leader at the moment. Yeah, color-wise, they are much more similar. I'm very excited to try this, so without further ado, this is the Werther's Original. I keep wanting to say Orville Redenbacher, and I know that's not who it is. Here we go. Hello, Werther's. How you doing? Give me just a second. I want to try the classic Cracker Jack again, but oh god. Oh, this is a tough decision. This is staying at a 9. This is an 8. I'm going to give both of these a 7 point. Nope. 7.5, 7. I'm not rearranging all of these, but this is a 10. This is amazing. Nostalgia cannot beat Flavor Town today. This is unbelievable. If you love Werther's caramel and you want it on popcorn, look no further. Cracker Jacks are going to bring you back to the 60s, 70s, 80s, depending on when you grew up. This is taking you into the future, and it is unbelievable. So we got a 10, a 9, an 8, a 7.5, and a 7. All very good, but nothing beats the Werther's ever. That's going to wrap up another episode of Vodkast. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I've loved making it. And if you guys are loving the content I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and hitting the little bell icon, because it'll let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make somebody smile today. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit more caramelly together. Let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love, and never let your inner child die. Ooh-wee. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones who need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodcast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Geycen Oliveira. This is the Vodcast, and I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. Take care, my friends, and happy adventuring.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.